Okay, so I finally finished One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which I actually didn't start reading in July, but I started reading in November 2022, and it is now January 2023. Hope that makes a few people feel better. Anyway, so I finally finished this, and I need to go back to watch the movie, because I'm pretty sure this movie does not match the book. Because from this story, it's told from Chief's perspective, rather than from McMurphy's perspective, which is played by Jack Nicholson. So watching it from, reading it from Chief's perspective is really interesting, because you learn not just about Chief and why he's pretending to be deaf and mute, but also about his backstory and relates to why he's in the institution, as well as who is around him. Like I said, not only do we follow McMurphy, but we also find out about Nurse Ratched, aka the big nurse. We learn that she likes to run the institution in a particular way and hates anything destroying her operations. So within the institution, there's a colourful set of characters, each for their own little shy reasons or not so disturbed reasons to be institutionalized. Unfortunately, it did take me a while to get through. Like I said, I started in November. It's now January. I think the first half is kind of a bit boring, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. But once you get to the second half, it's really interesting. But the ending is kind of sad, because I'm like, oh, I don't remember that in the movie. There is some pretty little pictures. Let's see if I can find some. Some of them that like get to hypnotize you. The drawings that are done in here. That is quite brilliant and captivating. So you get a look at the characters and see from different perspectives. All these different sort of characters. Whether it's the same interpretation of the character or not. It's still kind of cool. So you still have this idea of who the characters are in these little designs. I don't know. I think for me, reading this book, I got like the freedom of self-expression. Whether you're allowed to be expressive or not. As well as the rules of conformity and breaking the rules in a sense. Like, it's very quite interesting. Like I said, I need to go back to reading the movie because... yes, because it's how I read movies. I need to go back to watching the movie because I don't think the two corroborate with each other. I recently did finish watching Ratched, that was on Netflix, and yeah, that definitely didn't match the nurse that I saw in this book. But yeah, no, it is interesting, bit of a slow read, but I'm finally done, and I'm moving on to the next book. I don't actually know what that is, but we'll get there.